I agree with that. So now we have to talk to Jessica about it. But I don't know how it's...
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good, how are you?
Hi.
Hi. Grisha, this is Michelle.
Hi, Grisha. Nice to meet you. So, how have things been lately? I heard about your case, Harriet. You're famous.
I'm infamous.
Don't be too harsh on yourself. You know, it wasn't your fault. Actually, this gives me deja vu.
You know what? It does remind me of the Ward case back in 2002, I think.
Yep. The decision just came out like 6 years ago.
What? I did my research.
Congratulations. So what happened?
Okay, so just look over there. Excuse me, sir.
Hi, officer. Can I help you?
Yeah, were you planning on throwing a pie at the Prime Minister today?
Of course not.
I'm gonna have to see some identification.
No, but I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna have to take you.
I didn't know. I didn't do. You can't arrest me. Are you arresting me, officer?
We have to inform you that your car has been impounded.
I don't understand. Why am I here?
I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to search you. Cameron Ward, we have a warrant to release you due to false pretenses that have led us to believe that you were the perpetrator of a false pie throwing at the Prime Minister. We apologize for this inconvenience to you. Have a nice life.
This is not the last you've seen of me. You will rue the day that you decided to arrest me. Do you understand that?
Sure.
This is ridiculous.
Mr. Ward, Section 8 Charter rights and compensation is required to functionally fulfill the objects of constitutional damages. Strip searches are inherently humiliating and degrading, and the Charter breach significantly impacted on Ward's persons and rights. The correction officer's conduct which caused the breach was also serious. Minimum sensitivity to Charter concerns within the context of the particular situation would have shown the search to be unnecessary and violative. Considering the seriousness of the injury and the finding that the corrections officer's actions were not intentional, malicious, high-handed, or oppressive, the trial judge's $5,000 damage award was appropriate. A declaration under Section 24(1) that the vehicle seizure violated Ward's rights to be free from unreasonable search and seizure under Section 8 of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms adequately serves the need for vindication of the right and deterrence of future improper car seizures.
1.
Wow, what a production that was, Michelle. I don't think I hired you illegally to be a cinematographer.
Thanks, Harriet.
So, what happened?
Ward. He was a Vancouver lawyer.
That's right, and the police thought he was planning to throw a pie at the Prime Minister at the time.
Jean Chrétien? Like the Canadian Prime Minister, Jean Chrétien?
Yep, the Vancouver police arrested him, took him into custody, strip searched him, and impounded his car.
Wow, that's harsh. Did they find anything?
Nope, but 4.5 hours later, they proceeded to release him without a charge.
So where's the problem then?
Well, the police had impounded the car with the purpose of searching it once they had obtained a warrant. However, the detectives determined that they didn't have enough grounds to obtain the search warrant, or enough evidence to prove that, or to arrest Mr. Ward, perhaps, and charge him for assault.
So the police is in for some big trouble then?
You got that right. Ward sued the police for violating his right to be protected from unreasonable search and seizure, which is protected under Section 8 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
And?
I thought you were smarter than this, Harriet.
He won. The British Columbia Supreme Court decided that Section 8 of the Charter had been violated and assessed the damages under Section 24(1) of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is enforcement of guaranteed rights and freedoms. The trial judge assessed damages at $5,000 for the illegal strip search and another $100 for the car seizure.
Happy ending, I guess.
Oh, it doesn't end yet. The result was upheld by the British Columbia Court of Appeal, but the City of Vancouver further appealed the appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada.
But it's a clear-cut case. What's the problem?
The circumstances in which a court can order monetary damages as a compensation for a charter breach, the Supreme Court of Canada upheld the power of lower courts to order charter damages, but stated that the charter damages should only be used in certain narrow circumstances where the charter branch is significant and where other remedies would fall to compensate the plaintiff.
So then what did they decide for Ward?
Well, you already know that the Supreme Court of Canada ruled the strip search as a violation of Section 8, which is illegal search and seizure. However, no compensation was exactly provided for impounding the car, as Ward didn't suffer any injuries resulting from the seizure. While the seizure was wrong, it was not a serious nature.
So basically, Ward won the major issue, setting an example for the police to not perform arbitrary strip searches. But the court's decision also shows minimal respect for property rights and the need to compensate individuals whose property was seized just without a case.
What really confuses me is why didn't Mr. Ward decide to create a huge fuss about this? I mean, he was obviously humiliated by the police. Didn't he want anything to get revenge?
Never destroy anyone in public when you can accomplish the same in private.
Well, you know what I think? I think the court didn't do all they could to shed more light on the issue of personal property of someone. Property isn't only defined as a house or a car. It's the physical person as well. Since a police officer strip searched Ward and invaded his personal property, so to forgive the police for this, the court found that a simple declaration of seizure of the vehicle was unlawful would suffice. This is very bothersome since a man was accused of something he hadn't even thought of doing and had many of his rights violated and humiliated as a professional. Yet all the court could do was give him $5,000 and a statement saying that they illegally impounded his car. How about you, Harriet?
No, I agree with Michelle. Mr. Ward should have received more compensation than $5,000. They can't just give him back his dignity. It's less than what they took from him. And the least they can do was give him more money.
Really? I think the $5,000 he got was a pretty good of a compensation. I mean, he got that in a jiffy.
Sometimes good guys gotta do bad things to make the bad guys pay, and that's exactly what Ward did. Right, Harriet?
So you're walking in my shoes.
Well, you realize there was a chance that he didn't get any compensation at all. I mean, shouldn't he be happy with what he got? He got those $5,000 after all. And he was just playing for what, another $100? You're a lawyer. Come on.
See, that's the difference between you and me. You want to lose small, and I want to win big.
Wise words of Harriet Specter, everybody.
You and your ideologies, they're never going to change, are they?